slightly uncomfortable secrets were revealed. End of story.
Because tonight
Have you ever come across a movie that received lots of backlash, yet you decided to watch it anyway because of the backlash? Turning Red is a 2022 Disney animated film, produced by Pixar Animation Studios and directed by Domi Shi, the same woman who made the award-winning animated short film Bao. I've never seen Bao, just so you know. When I first saw the trailer for Turning Red, actually I never saw the trailer. When I first heard about Turning Red, I didn't care. Granted, it is original, not a lazy live-action remake or sequel cash grab, but I was very busy at the time, and it didn't catch my interest. A girl turning into a red panda? Oh, a generic superhero flick. Turns out it's not a superhero flick. Maybe I should have watched the trailer, to be fair. Watching a trailer does let me know more about the movie. Well, like I said, I was very busy, and as time went by, I eventually forgot it existed. Until one day, YouTube recommended me this video. Turning Red was hated a hell of a lot apparently. Some people thought it was not deserved. Some people thought it was too much undeserved hate. Some people thought it was taken for granted. Fun fact about me, I've always been drawn to controversial stuff. Turning Red in particular seemed to have loads of people going crazy over it. The controversy was literally free advertising for the movie. It made me wonder what all the fuss was about. What attracted me most was the possibility of discovering a hidden gem, or experiencing something different from what critics often label as bad. Plus, finding out why people dislike a particular motion picture can be quite interesting. If a movie or a TV show manages to generate such strong emotions in people, love it or hate it, there must be something unique about its storytelling or message that sparked those reactions. You know what? I'll be the judge of that. Let's analyze the movie, shall we? Let's see if it really did deserve the hate. To quote AVGN, let's see if Turning Red is a hidden gem or a turd covered in vomit. The plot of Turning Red centers around a young girl. Her name is Velma Dinkley. She has not one, not two, but three BFFs at school, and a strict mother, who she's been devoted to her entire life. Look at this scene where Velma talks about the Backstreet Boys.
I don't know. Some of the kids at school like them.
You mean Miriam? That girl is odd.
As soon as I saw that face, I immediately knew where this was going. Okay, since Velma is now 13 years old, also known as a grown-up, her life will change big time, especially her family life. She will do things her mom will disapprove of, and in the end, her mom ends up approving after some fighting, arguing, and or learning. That's precisely what occurred in this particular story. What else is there? Oh, the red panda shtick. It's also predictable. Basically, Velma can transform into a giant, smelly master Shifu with her strong emotions. She can de-transform by chilling the f*** out. According to her mother, their ancestor Sun Yi loved furries so much she became one to fend off the bad guys. She passed it on to her children, then her children passed it on to their children, so on and so forth. It's meant to be a blessing, but since it's not really necessary to transform into Master Shifu in the modern world, it's an inconvenience. She can be cured by a ritual on the next red moon. Later, Velma's red panda curse became a good thing, then a bad thing, then a good thing again after her father gave her a lesson about weird sides of ourselves. The point isn't to push the bad stuff away and make room and live with it. I love this side of you, my dear daughter. Yeah, I get it. She decided to keep the panda after all. Who could have seen this coming, even though her grandma said it cannot happen?
Has that ever happened?
it cannot happen.
Thank you so much for making it so fucking obvious, you stupid old hag! You know what else is so obvious? Velma's mother transforms into Master Shifu-Zilla. It wasn't as shocking as that time when it was revealed that Moriarty can also play this game with Sherlock Holmes in a game of shadows. It's something I knew would materialize eventually. I mean, we just saw these two discuss her mother's red panda being destructive and huge. Plus, Velma's mother talked about her red panda seal earlier in the movie, which I expected to break one way or another. Otherwise, what else would they be doing with this? Seriously, what else? So it's no surprise this happened. No surprises at all. I've never seen a film this predictably cliche. Did they even try to bring anything new to the table? It's like they took every single overused trope and threw it into one big melting pot of unoriginality. From start to finish, it felt like I was simply checking off a list of expected outcomes. Oh, her mother used to be a red panda? I bet later she's gonna turn into one. Oh, her grandma believes keeping the red panda mustn't happen no matter what? I bet that is gonna happen. Wait, where did she get that scratch? Let me guess. From her daughter. It's honestly frustrating when you can practically predict every single beat in the story before it even happens. Don't get me wrong, cliché movies can still be enjoyable if the execution was able to save the day. If a movie adds a fresh perspective or clever twist on overused tropes, it can transform a generic story into something captivating, and you might find yourself pleasantly surprised by what unfolds on screen, even if it's something you've already seen many times. Take Anomalisa for example. On paper, it sounds like another generic story about loneliness, but thanks to Charlie Kaufman's ingenious presentation of the premise, it became a film unlike any other. So how exactly is the execution of Turning Red's plot? Ignoring that it's absolutely predictable, Turning Red sucks at handling its main conflict. Before that, let's start from the beginning. This scene is where the plot kickstarts. When Velma's mother opened her daughter's notebook, she assumed two things. That's the store clerk from the Daisy Mart, and he's been doing those things to Velma. Okay. She goes to the store with her daughter, calls out the poor dude, reveals Velma's drawings, crumbling Velma's reputation, all without listening to what her daughter has to say. Unpopular opinion. This is believable. As we all know, Velma's mother is overprotective, which is quite common for Asian parents due to various reasons. Though I heard a lot of people say this goes beyond being overprotective, it's plain insanity. I agree that there's a big difference between an overprotective mother and a crazy mother. I disagree if you do consider this crazy. It's not. An overprotective mother tends to worry excessively about her child's safety. She meticulously checks every corner of the house for potential hazards. She doesn't let her child out of her sight for too long, and she insists on knowing every tiny detail about their life. Despite good intentions, it can sometimes be suffocating for the child as they don't get enough freedom to explore and learn by themselves. A crazy mother is on an entirely different level. She may exhibit erratic behavior, have extreme mood swings, or even display signs of mental illness. Her actions may be unpredictable, often irrational, making it difficult for anyone to make sense of what she does or says. It's important to approach these situations delicately and seek professional help when needed. That being said, Velma's mother is not crazy. She's overprotective. I'm not trying to glorify her. I'm just saying she's not crazy. Well, depends on your use of the word crazy. Crazy as in out of your mind or crazy as in bad. If that's what you meant, then yeah, she's crazy because she's bad. Really, really bad. Bottom line, this scene is comprehensible. You can say it's not relatable if you don't relate to it, but that doesn't automatically mean it's terrible. We'll get to more of that later. For now, the nonsense. As soon as Velma got her prophetic red panda powers, her life gets ruined. The next day, she was able to control it, thanks to the power of friendship. Though she didn't tell her mom that friendship is the answer.
Abby, hit me.
All it took was one punch! Damn it!
Later, the four stooges decide to capitalize on her superpowers. They're doing this to buy tickets themselves after their parents said no. She's doing all of this behind her mother's back. Eventually, Velma's red panda hustle got exposed. So here we are, folks, at that specific point where we're supposed to start getting concerned for our protagonist. The part after everything seems to be going swimmingly well for her. It's that moment when you find yourself on the edge of your seat, hoping that somehow she will defy all odds and come out victorious in the end. As the audience, we start to question if our beloved Miss Jinkies has what it takes to overcome this obstacle, or if she'll crumble to dust under pressure. You can almost feel your heart pounding in sync with hers. Brace yourselves, ladies. Things are about to get sticky for our main protagonist.
Not!
Instead of actual tension, this scene offered contrivances and gave me a lot of questions, still unanswered to this day. Tell me this, why the couldn't she figure it out before? She's been keeping an eye on her daughter all the time, right? Plus, Velma's red panda capitalization transpired all over school. You're telling me that despite her Five Nights at Freddy's security guard instincts, she couldn't notice any of it? Like, at all? Maybe she learned her lesson after getting called out by the officer numerous times. Well, one time she literally went inside the school to give some dumplings to Velma. And she didn't see any red panda posters on the walls or random students wearing red panda merchandises. She didn't see any of that? Perhaps she thought it had nothing to do with Velma, let alone her superpowers. If she did see any of it, she would have talked about it in case if it does regard her daughter's superpowers. Isn't it her job to know what goes on in her school life? Isn't she a strict, overprotective mother?
うるさいことはやめてください。Cyrus.
No, I'm not nitpicking. This is a very big deal. We're literally talking about the main conflict of Turning Red. The entire reason why the plot is even moving. This literally ruined it, and that sucks. The dominant situation of a movie is of paramount importance, as it drives the storyline, engages the viewers emotionally, and conveys valuable messages. It introduces obstacles for the characters to overcome, enabling development, whether it is a high-stakes battle between good and evil, a personal struggle for survival, or in this case, the pursuit of a character's deepest desires. Conflict adds tension and urgency to the plot. When it lacks credibility, be it due to poor character development or implausible scenarios, it becomes exceedingly difficult for viewers to suspend their disbelief and become truly engrossed in the story at hand. That's exactly what happened here. Velma's main antipathy with her mother was so incoherent, it took me out of the movie. It broke my immersion. It made me bring up my phone, launch Talking Angela 2 to wait for anything else to betide. It made me want to stop giving a
It made me want to stop giving a dolphin noises.
The story is already very predictable. Why make it worse by adding plot contrivances? When a viewer stops caring about what happens on screen, the filmmakers indeed f***ed up. Bottom line, the plot of Turning Red is mediocre, predictable, and contrived. A nasty combination. Not to mention, the worst crime this movie committed, aside from mediocre delivery, is that it brought a massive timeline inconsistency in the Scooby-Doo universe. It's no mystery, no pun intended, that the events of Turning Red happened way before Velma joined the mystery gang. So you can safely say say Turning Red is a Velma origin story. Way better than this, changed my mind. The problem stems from Velma's Red Panda superpowers. In the end, she decided to keep it as it is a part of her. How come I never saw her transform into a Red Panda in any Scooby-Doo show and or movie? Perhaps she really did let go of the Red Panda after officially joining the Mystery Gang when she turned 15. Why did she let it go? It would have been a big help. A Red Panda solving mysteries and fighting alongside them. Wait, we already have a talking Labrador, man. Wait, is Scooby-Doo a Labrador? I think he is. Wait, no. He's a German Shepherd. Before we get to the characters, we of course need to talk about the main character, Velma Dinkley. Turning Red starts off by introducing her as a girl who's been reckless and relentless ever since she turned 13. For some reason in this movie, her nickname is May May. How is that a nickname for Velma? How is Dick a nickname for Richard? Speaking of Dick, as far as I know, Velma said crap 3 times in total.
No, crap.
Anyway, let's get to the elephant question that a lot of you might have expected me to answer sooner or later. Is Velma cringe? Yes, I do find her cringe, but that's not a bad thing. A cringe-worthy MC is good if they're meant to be relatable or realistic. This may seem off-putting at first, but a character making you feel secondhand embarrassment actually serves as a reminder of our own flaws and insecurities, making the character feel more human, ultimately making us want to connect with them on a deeper level. Putting aside the cringe, what makes Velma great is how much she makes sense. I understand why she desperately wants to go to the Backstreet Boys concert. Remember, she's a young teenager. Young teenagers often care about their desires more than anything in the world. At this stage in their lives, they're navigating through a period of self-discovery where their desires take center stage. Their desires become the driving force behind their choices, actions, even relationships. As they strive for independence, young teenagers prioritize fulfilling their wants and often overlook long-term consequences. I remember back in the day, I asked my mom if I could watch Big Hero 6 in the cinema. I was angry as f when she said it's late at night. That's how it feels to be like her. My desires were everything to me. Obviously, right now, I feel ashamed that I got mad at my mom for not letting me watch Big Hero 6, because not only have I grown up, but I also realized how much Big Hero 6 sucks. Yeah, you heard me. Big Hero 6 sucks ass. Fight me. But back then, when I was as young as Velma, I was desperate to see it. Now, why do I think Velma has good writing, but not Marisou? They're both young teenagers, Cyrus. They're both meant to be relatable, cringy teenagers. Yeah, except Marisou is a failure compared to Velma. Here's why. Round 1, cringe. Velma wins. Marisou's cringe level goes a little too far for me. They don't make me feel secondhand embarrassment. They make me feel legit exasperation. Remember, too much of anything is bad. If the main character constantly embarrasses themselves in the most painful ways possible, it becomes difficult to root for them, completely destroying the point of relatable cringe. I legit cannot remember the last time I relate to Marisou. Wait, have I ever felt that way for her? Have I ever related to Marisou? Thankfully, Velma doesn't cross that line. Her level of cringe never becomes too much or feels forced. It's always naturally balanced in my opinion. She behaves like how normal teenagers would. Normal, actual teenagers. Not demons that came crawling from the depths of hell. Yes, Velma made some suggestive fan arts of a store clerk, but did she break in his room, sniff his pillow, climb up to check what is happening, etc.? Marisou is really cartoony, which is fine. Just don't expect me to find her empathetic, let alone realistic. Velma is also cartoony, but not that much to the point where she becomes 0% relatable / realistic, unlike Marisou. So my advice is, enjoy a moderate dose of cringiness, but beware of crossing that fine line where it turns into absolute torture for both the character and the audience. Okay? Round 2, and also the last round necessary, believability. Velma wins. As I said, teenagers constantly obsessed with what they want, but that doesn't mean they can't learn important lessons along the way. In fact, their development as humans relies on this crucial period of self-discovery. By pursuing their passions, teens often stumble upon valuable experiences that teach them about responsibility, patience, even failure. Through trial and error, they come to understand the importance of setting goals and prioritizing tasks. That's why it didn't make sense to me when Marisou continued to focus on her fan-made love story after Strike Back. Being a teenager cannot be an excuse to ignore common sense. Now is not the time for this. She should have learned her lesson by then. She should have learned her lesson by the season 4 finale. If she is gonna learn her lesson in future episodes, what's her excuse for not doing it in the first place? Huh? Oh yeah, Alia. She had to ruin everything. Why was she acting like that? I have no f***ing idea. Also, dude, you have infinite creation powers. You can fix everything like that. So stop whining and do it! Velma's situation is a different story. But what makes this work is that it simply made rational sense. I understand why she decided to keep the panda. It became a part of her identity after she learned her lesson. And she's learned to control it as if it truly is a part of her. The only bad thing it caused is the wrath of her mother, who needs to realize she's in the wrong and that Velma is not the same anymore.
It was all me! I like boys!
Velma is better than Marisu when it comes to being a teenage character and a character in general, period. Speaking of period, at first I thought Velma's red panda superpower was a metaphor for periods. Looking back, I believe it can be a metaphor for anything, as long as it's related to the main themes of turning red. Life changes, self-exploration, personal growth, finding acceptance in oneself. That's why I think she is somewhat a relatable character. Even though I'm a grown man who can't magically transform into a giant master Shifu, I have gone through life changes like her. Fun fact, one of the many reasons why this movie was disliked is because people can't relate to it. They can't relate to the MC. While I do relate to Velma, not 100%, I'd like to say, unrelatable doesn't automatically mean bad writing. Look at Rocky Balboa. I'm nothing like him. I can't imagine myself going through hellish workouts, then stepping into a boxing ring to fight anyone, let alone heavyweight champions like Apollo Creed or Ivan Drago. Although this doesn't diminish my admiration for Rocky. Despite his seemingly unrealistic successes, what makes Rocky endearing is his resilience, determination, and unwavering spirit. He embodies values that we can relate to on an emotional state. We see him overcome obstacles and repeatedly challenge himself beyond what seems possible. Alongside his underdog status and memorable catchphrases, Rocky's journey speaks to our desire to never give up and find strength even when the odds are against us. He reminds us that with hard work and perseverance, we can conquer any challenge that comes our way, making him a powerful symbol of hope and inspiration. So even if I can't really relate to Rocky's life experiences, I still admire him for what he represents, never giving up and always fighting for your dreams. Can the same thing be said for Velma? Not really, but kinda. She may not be everyone's cup of tea in terms of relatability. I mean, she's someone who transforms into a giant master Shifu whenever she gets too excited or anxious. Definitely something we can't experience ourselves. That doesn't make her any less of a good character. Velma serves as a vehicle for exploring the topics of turning red like, as I stated, life changes, self-exploration, personal growth, finding acceptance in oneself. Even if we can't transform into master Shifus ourselves, it's okay to embrace our uniqueness and find our own ways to overcome life challenges. It's starting to sound like I'm justifying that Velma is a great main protagonist. She is, all in all, a great main protagonist. Is what I would say if she wasn't a character that's been done millions of times before. She has no innovation, which is a bummer because as a viewer, I naturally crave novelty. I want to witness gripping new ideas. Not every time though, but in this case, it sucks that innovation is absent because Velma is a missed opportunity. I mean, she has all the qualities to be a compelling protagonist. Consistency, believable motivations, conceivable flaws, sensible consequences. All this makes her a non-Mary Sue. Therefore, Velma could have been awesome. Unfortunately, she caught the deadly virus every fictional character fear. She's just so predictable. Even if Rocky is not the first of his kind, he's still innovative because of the astounding execution of his character arc. But Velma, she is nothing special. Nothing terrible either. The same thing can be said for her mother. I'm not taking back what I said before. She accurately embodies the essence of overprotective parents, at least in my opinion. But she's really uninspired. What I do find weird is that she didn't get sued after the incident. Bruv, she didn't get sued. Is it even worth it? It depends on those guys. Anyway, Velma's mom is the second best character, and sadly, these two are sincerely the strongest characters in Turning Red. Velma's dad is a true family guy who loves his family the way they are. He is amazing until you realize that that's all he is. Outside of being the complete opposite of his wife and the only family member who sides with Velma, Velma's dad is literally nothing. After this wonderful scene, which did go somewhere, he can be Thanos snapped and the final battle would stay the same. Because anyone else could do this. This was literally his only necessary contribution. It honestly would have been better if he had more time to be a character, but no. He barely talks, he barely walks. I swear, I forgot he existed until this scene transpired. The only time he shines as a character, aside from this, is in the post-credit scene where he dances to the Backstreet Boys. The post-credit scene, are you kidding me? I've never seen this kind of phenomenon in my life. It's actually unreal. They pulled off something I couldn't expect. But the movie's over, dude, so who gives a unless this is a setup to the sequel. Ugh, really? Turning Red 2? How is that gonna work? Velma's grandma is fine. She was able to give Velma's mother more depth. She raised the stakes during this scene. She helped in the ritual. She pulled Velma's mother to get inside the circle. Anything else? As for Velma's Power Ranger aunties, they assisted in the ritual and they assisted in pulling Velma's mother. And that's it. Should I even consider them characters or plot devices? Velma has 3 best friends. First off, Daphne Blake. Turns out she was already friends with Velma before forming the Mystery Gang. This is how she looked back then. Honestly, this is such impressive development. To think she went from this to this. Daphne is basically the cool one, of course. She's always been the coolest one. Next, there's the girl who's dead inside. Lastly, we have the crazy one. Without a doubt, Daphne is the best of the big 3. She's the most complex. As for these two, what's her name and what's her name, they're just there to be Jesus Christ! For God's sakes, Angela, sending me a notification reminding me that you need me to do something doesn't have to be so freaking... At least keep it down! You stupid Angie Fierce. That's what you are. You're Angie Fierce.
I'm Angie Fierce and I do what I want.
They're just there to be funny, and that's okay. I wonder what the movie would have been like if these two were non-existent. Would it be better or worse? And now, ladies, I present to you the biggest wasted potential in Turning Red. Tyler, the birthday boy. He's basically the bully who Velma befriended in the end. He's a bad person who got redemption. In the worst way possible. Once upon a time, Tyler asked Velma to bring her red panda shtick to his birthday party. During the birthday party, Velma nearly killed Tyler after insulting her family. I'll admit it, I cried when I saw this. It was so hard to watch. A defenseless kid almost getting killed by a giant master Shifu. Turning Red deserves credit for having this much balls. But all that is gone. All that is wasted. The tears I shed for Tyler were for naught. It makes me want to take back the credit I just gave. After Velma made up with her friends at the concert, which was kinda touching, Tyler showed up, revealing all along that he loves the Backstreet Boys as much as the girls he bullied. Thanks to that, he immediately became friends with them. First, aren't you supposed to be at home resting? Perhaps he took all the time he needed. Second, the fact that Velma never apologized, let alone acknowledged what happened, is unacceptable. Is this her way of apologizing? It's true, people all have their own ways of asking for forgiveness. Not mentioning what happened while looking forward to the future is a good way of saying sorry. If the incident wasn't a big deal, like, sorry I drank your soda, I didn't know it was yours, it's okay, no need to say sorry. I can always buy another one. However, we're talking about a kid who almost got killed. It took place not so long ago. You expect me to just forget about that?
Are you serious?
When Velma made up with her friends, it was dramatic and heartwarming. She even cried. But this is just... Friendship is undoubtedly significant, but can it truly outweigh the well-being of an innocent person's physical health? I was really hoping for a follow-up to this incident. How can Velma possibly make up for this? Oh, like that. I don't know what to say anymore. Poor Tyler. Overall, the characters of Turning Red, while they have decent writing, some of them, they are impressively generic. In the matter of storytelling, a narrative's success often lies in its prowess to introduce engaging and memorable characters. Sadly, the dramatist personae of Turning Red failed that mission. None of them stood out as groundbreaking or unforgettable. It would be nice to see more innovation in their portrayals. Maybe Domishi could have added some unique twists. But no, the characters and the story are the very definition of truly nothing special. For that, Turning Red deserves a 3 out of 10. Is what I would give if it wasn't for the stellar animation. Love or hate this film, there's no denying that the animation is king tier. Every frame is meticulously crafted, showcasing a level of detail that is simply breathtaking. The movement of each character is expertly choreographed, with fluidity and grace that captures their cartoonish essence flawlessly. From the subtle nuances of facial expressions to the intricacies of the backgrounds, no aspect has been overlooked nor underdeveloped. It feels like stepping into a mesmerizing world where imagination knows no bounds. With every scene, I get lost in the sheer beauty and artistry on display. Also, I find myself utterly captivated by the infusion of anime aesthetics within the CG animation. There is an intangible essence that resonates within me when witnessing the delicate interplay between these two distinct art styles. The use of exaggerated facial expressions and vibrant color palettes reminiscent of traditional Japanese animation imbues the CG medium with an adorable charm and energy. This amalgamation not only pays homage to the captivating principles of anime, it also showcases the versatility and limitless potential of CG animation in evoking vehemence that transcend conventional visual storytelling. It is an extraordinary feat. The other best part of Turning Red is the impressive voice acting. I was captivated by the incredible vocal performances that brought each character to life, including the forgettable ones. Mostly every word uttered had such conviction that it sent shivers down my spine. It's mind-blowing how talented these guys are, especially considering that some of them are young. Their ability to bring the characters to life and convey emotion so convincingly is truly remarkable. You can feel the passion pouring through their voices, making every scene come alive with authenticity. It's as if they were born for these roles. And let's not forget the main message. This movie has a lot of messages, but I want to focus on what Velma said at the very end of the movie. I appreciate that they were open-minded. As previously mentioned, I relate to Velma, just not 100%. I have grown up and gone through life changes, but I'm someone who likes to keep his inner beast within himself. I'm not overly expressive. Fortunately, they didn't paint the audience black and white, as in the filmmakers knew there would be some people who aren't like Velma. Not everyone is an overly expressive extrovert. That is pure genius. Unlike the Owl House Season 1 Episode 1.
And nobody should be punished for who they are.
Shut the f... up, you stupid snake enthusiast! Nobody should be punished for who they are. Absolutely nobody. Even the old people who love sleeping with minors. We shouldn't punish them, they're just being themselves. Stupid idiot. This is how it's done, ladies. Velma didn't say everyone should let out their inner beast. Instead, she chose to remain open-minded, acknowledging that many individuals prefer to keep their inner beast hidden. I like that. An open-minded message can inspire us all to embrace diversity and celebrate what makes each of us unique. So what makes you distinctive? Let me know down in the comments. If you're gonna say, I'm not like anyone else because I love bringing snakes to school, then Overall, Turning Red is so-so. I get that this was made with so much passion, but it was just not good enough for me. It's not like it was garbage. I love the animation, I love the voice performances, the message is satisfactory, and there were some funny moments. Also, Turning Red gave me nostalgia for the early 2000s. It doesn't feel like nostalgia bait, because at least it made sense that the nostalgia was there. They didn't shove nostalgia for the sake of nostalgia and nothing else. I appreciate that. Stupid Star Wars. Yet overall, the story and characters fell flat. It just left me feeling slightly underwhelmed. I swear to God, if it wasn't for the backlash, I would have never discovered Turning Red. Did Turning Red deserve all the aversion it obtained? It's really up to you. This movie sucks, this TV show sucks, this video game sucks, this music sucks, will forever be subjective sentences. Except when it comes to Miraculous Ladybug. Turning Red may not redefine cinema or offer groundbreaking plot twists, but if you're looking for some lighthearted entertainment, Turning Red is your cup of tea. Fun fact, Turning Red was about to win the Oscars, but alongside the rest of the candidates, Turning Red lost to Del Toro's Pinocchio. Rightfully so. That film is literally the Godfather compared to Turning Red. If you haven't seen this movie yet, please for the love of God, watch it. It's amazing beyond the majestic stop-motion animation. Del Toro's Pinocchio is by far my favorite motion picture made by Del Toro. It is the definition of masterpiece. Unlike Turning Red, which is why I'm giving Turning Red a 6 out of 10. Bronze covered in dirt. That's about it. I hope you enjoyed watching. If you did, leave a like, comment, and subscribe for more. Stay cool, stay safe, and watch Del Toro's Pinocchio on Netflix now. Please? What happened to this world? It used to be so cool. Now it's garbage.
It's.
What do you
I think it's
mean?
better.
It's New York City.
There's
You
less
know,
Spider-Man. There used to be so many
They're gonna
Spider-Man.
add more.
Yeah.
Okay.
When are they gonna add the old ones? I like the old ones. OG, you can't on the OG, bro. The OGs were super good. Like better
Yeah,
than
but
these
there's better
garbage.
ones than these. There's better ones than the ones in the spider layer, anyways. Why wear them?
I can't find them, you know. Like I'm broke.
You can't. You
I
can't
don't
find
got no
other
money.
Spider-Man.
I
There's Avatar worlds for Spider-Man. You know that, right?
I can't use. I don't know how to use Blender.
Just
I
use
don't know how to
Prismic's
use
Avatar
Unity.
search.
Wait, let me just search that up. Well, what is that like?
It's an Avatar
Avatar
world.
search. You can. Yeah, you search for avatars, and you can get them. That's how I got like every single avatar I have.
Yeah, it's very useful.
Except for a few of them.
Wait, let me.
Like my Spider-Punk one I got from a friend. Like this one
You
I
have
got
a
from a friend.
Spider-Punk one? Let me see. Oh, that one. I thought you meant a different one. Oh, Prismic's Avatar search.
Oh, it's the best character
I'll check
from the
that out
Spider-Verse movie.
No, but he wasn't in the movie. That's not the one from the movie. Oh my God, that's Gwen Stacy.
That's
But
Gwanda
that's not the
Stacy.
one for the movie.
Duffster?
That's
Yo,
purple.
Gwanda.
Like I have a better Spider-Punk. Like look at me. I'm literally the best one. Like I can even do the Shava Shava. Oh, and I even have the best I don't know how to pronounce it, but I have the best Spider-Man India avatar. Just look at him.
Oh yes, the Indian Spider-Man. He's my favorite.
Look. Like just look, I can shoot webs.
What's up, guys?
And I even have There's even free feet pics.
Green and red.
Like, if
Not really a matching color. Oh, wait, never mind.
I think
Christmas.
I think it's the Sprite cranberry. It's the Sprite cranberry.
Oh, yeah,
You're the
Christmas.
Sprite cranberry one. Look at me. Okay, I can even do the shava
How
shava
do you-
since I'm Indian. Like, look, I can even
Shava
have
shava.
like. You don't know how to do the shava shava, man. Sorry.
Shava. How do you
You
get
don't know how to
this
do the shava shava, man? That's
I have this
very
Spider-Man motorcycle? Yeah.
I'm very disappointed in you. This is how you do the shava shava, okay? And then you dance. Oh my god. It's Spider-Man. It's the one from the
What the hell?
Oh my god, I'm alive. I'm alive. Oh my god. He got them. Man, this got them fake J's. Man. We all gotta, you know, I'm better than you. Look at me. I'm real better than you. Look at me.
Yeah, your avatar.
Look at this, bro.
Max.
Just look at this.
How do you-
Guys, I have a better symbiote than you. I even have a better symbiote than him. He's probably trying to copy my avatar. Just look at this.
That's classic symbiote.
Yeah, classic.
that's but I'm better. But I'm better.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just simply better.
This is better.
I'm telling you, I'm
This
better.
is better.
Look at it. It's
Um,
classic.
Yeah, I know it's classic, but mine's like more HD and game accurate, you know? Mine is like game HD.
This isn't supposed to be a game.
I know, but this isn't a game. Like, just look at me. I look so HD and sexy.
Yes.
You see? You see?
Yeah,
I can
that's
even shoot out
that's
goop.
that's really cool.
Look at this. I can shoot out goop.
My game is lagging. How do
What?
I fix that?
Turn off avatars if they're lagging you. Which avatar is lagging you?
Goop.
All of them.
I can't even shoot goop.
Oh, just turn on safety mode.
Wait, what's safety
Where
mode?
do I find that?
Goop.
Press escape, and then you see.
Who wants
Wait, where
this
is it?
avatar? Who wants this?
Just go to
Me.
settings, and then
I'll trade you for
there's
this
like
one.
comfort
I'll trade
and
you for this
safety
one.
there. Safety.
That one lags.
Oh wait, what does this do?
Nah, that
I don't
one-
know what this is.
This barely lags. You know what? Do you like FNAF? You like FNAF?
Oh no, someone
can even
mentioning
give you-
FNAF. Oh no, not again.
I have the best Spider-Man. I'm literally, you see, I'm purple. I'm like purple, you see?
This that's
Purple?
better than the other one.
No, that's violet.
Yeah. It's the same thing, you
What are
know?
you talking about?
They're not the same thing.
I don't know math. Man, I don't know math.
You think that's math?
I don't know math. Yeah, that's math.
Colors is not math.
Do you like 1933 Spider-Man?
That's Spider-Man Noir.
Yeah, and it's from 1933. You know, he even got like,
How do you get webs flying around?
look how sexy this gun looks. See? Like, you see how HD comic accurate gun? Like, you wanna see something? Do you wanna see something with this?
Yeah.
I can shoot. I can shoot.
Yeah.
Tell me this isn't the best avatar you have ever seen.
I don't know.
Where do you get it from?
Oh my god, it's Spectacular Spider-Man, my favorite Spider-Man.
Yo, it's him.
Oh my god. Oh my god. What are you doing to him, my man?
Bowing down.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Who is he?
Who is that? What the? Oh my
I got. This is why I'm the best Spider-Man. I literally have two
No, you're
guns in the
not.
same hand.
Yeah, who
look at
needs
this.
spider senses and spider webs when you have guns?
I'm the best Spider-Man. I'm the
That's the best Spider-Man. No, you're not.
Bro, I got
Spider-Man.
3 guns.
I'm the best
No,
I got 2 guns.
This is the
Yeah,
best.
I got
I'm the
2
best
guns.
Spider-Man.
I got 2 guns.
Spider-Man wins everything.
Look, I'm about to become the best Spider-Man.
Let's see, let's see.
I'm the best Spider-Man.
That's not even Spider-Man.
The ultimate sauce. Oh my god, the ultimate sauce.
I'm the best Spider-Man. The Spider-Man from
the
Disney
best Spider-Man.
Infinity.
That is a
Pretty good Spider-Man. That is a pretty good Spider-Man.
Okay,
Yeah,
you wanna
it's
see
the-
a
Oh
pretty
my
good
god, I'm
Spider-Man?
gonna play that. I'm gonna play
I'm
that
the
on October
Best
20th.
Spider-Man now.
Bro, I don't
Stop
have.
playing with me.
Oh my
I'm the
God.
best Spider-Man.
I'm the best Spider-Man.
Lego Spider-Man. It's Lego Spider-Man. Look at him.
Wait,
Oh
can
my
I get
god.
that?
I'll give you mine if you want.
I have the
Yeah, I'll-
exact same.
yeah,
I
you
have
can
the-
Oh my God.
Oh my god.
2 Lego Spider-Man.
I'm the best Spider-Man.
No,
actually
I
have the
am
exact
Spider-Girl.
same avatar, bro.
Okay,
I
you
have
wanna
it on
see
my
the
face.
best Spider-Man?
Oh my god, he's a woman.
He's the best Spider-Man.
What is that thing
Oh my
anyway?
God, I can be.
With great power comes great responsibility. However, before J. Jonah Jameson has a chance to do anything, that was a shot I heard. It came from the end of this corridor. Nice, you just spoiled me.
Hey guys, that's a pretty good Spider-Man.
I mean, come on.
You know what I have? You know what I have?
I'm the original though. I'm the original.
What the hell? Wait, why put that picture specifically in the bathroom? What is that gonna... And why this pattern? This is not even spider pattern. This is bee pattern. This is honeycomb. This is for a queen bee themed superhero, not Spider-Man. And this is the bedroom. Your oasis in space, where the air is free and breathing is easy. Okay. Experience the mighty auroras of Jupiter. What is this? Experience the gravity of HD 437G. A super Earth. What the hell am I reading? Europa, discover life under the sea. Europa, don't you mean what's that again? What's that place called again? That underwater city from BioShock.
Yo, bro, what you doing? Where are you going?
What's that called again? No, come on, I remember BioShock. I played that game so many times. Actually, only one time. But I freaking love BioShock. What is that game? Rapture! Aha! It's called Rapture.
Don't you say kind words. Please leave me like a wave. I'd rather you drown me to the bottom of the ocean. I won't let you down. What I wanna hear from you. Never mind, that's what I fantasize. I'll be in your arms till the dawn, like those days. Please forget it, that's what I fantasize. Full of empty promises that you made and flipped. Sick and tired, kinda know we're on the edge, but telling the truth, I was confident we'd get along. Don't you say kind words. Please leave me like a waste. I'd rather you drown me to the bottom of the ocean. Don't say I deserve better. You were glowing in the dark Wish I could fall asleep tonight with your tender lies. Should have known your wings grow enough to fly away. Nothing's better than what I fantasize. Full of empty promises that remain and flit. Sick and tired, kinda know we're on the edge, but telling the truth, I was confident we'd get along. Don't you say kind words, please leave me like always. I'd rather you drown me to the bottom of the ocean. Don't say I deserve better. You were glowing in the dark. Wish I could fall asleep tonight with your tender lies. You're not a good liar. That's the reason why I'm hurt. Just lying like dying, and I'm falling down. You're not a good liar. That's the reason why I'm hurt. Just lying like dying, and I'm falling down. Please leave me like always.